Okay, so first of all, I'll select everything and go to Insert and insert a stacked area chart. At the moment, all of my values are aligned to the bottom, but I want them to be aligned to the middle. In order to make this happen, I will add in an extra series that I will just call blank. And the values in this series need to be this value here minus this value here. And I'll make the first cell reference absolute. So when I drag the formula down, it will continue to look in the same cell. Then I'll just delete this chart and make a new one, which includes the blank series this time. And now you can see that the values have been shifted to the top, but they've been shifted too far. I don't actually want them to be aligned to the top. I want them to be aligned to the center. So in order to fix this, I'm going to change the blank series and put brackets around this and then divide it by 2. So we are now only shifting the values up halfway. And now the values are aligned to the center. The next thing I want to do is make it so that each section is a different color. In order to do that, I will go to Insert and Shapes and select the rectangle. And then click and drag to draw a rectangle. I'll then go to the Shape Format tab and Align and Snap to Grid. This will make it so my shape will line up with the grid lines underneath. Then I will go to Shape Outline and change it to No Outline. Then hold down Control and click and drag to make a copy of the rectangle. And I will do this until I have 5 rectangles because I have 5 sections. Then I want to go back to Align and switch off the Snap to Grid. Then I'll change the color of the rectangles. So we'll go to Shape Fill and we'll make the first one a dark green. And then make the next one a lighter green and make the one after that a lighter green. And I'll keep going, making them into lighter and lighter greens. Then once I've got the colors that I want, I'll hold down Control and click to select all of the rectangles and then use Control-C to copy. Then select the orange area in the chart and Control-V to paste. And now I have the different colors in the chart. They don't quite line up correctly with the sections, so in order to fix this, I'll add in an extra section at the top here. This is just going to be called Start, and then the values in this section just need to be a copy of the values in the row underneath. Then I'll select the series in the chart and drag the ranges upwards to include this new section. It will look a bit crazy for a second, but then I'll have all of my sections lined up with the colors. The next thing that I want is to add in data labels. So I will select the area and add in data labels and then double click to open up the formatting pane. I will add in the category name. I don't care about the leader lines and I'll change the separator to new line. Then I'll format these data labels. So I'll make the font bigger and make it black and make it bold. Then select just the first data label, and this isn't a real value, so I'll delete that. Then select the second data label and change the font to white so it's easier to read. Then I'll hold down Shift and drag the data label into the middle of the first section. I'm holding down Shift because this makes it harder to accidentally move the shape up or down. It's a little bit difficult to see, but if I move my mouse up and down, you can see I have to move it quite a long way before it will actually move. So I'll position the data label in the middle of the first section, and then I'll repeat this for all of the other sections. So I'll hold down Shift and select the data label and then move it across and line it up with the middle of the section. Now I just want to finish off with some other formatting, so I'll select the blank series and change the fill to no fill. So now it's an actual blank series. For the y-axis, I want to change the maximum bound to 1 to remove the gap at the top. And then we can remove most of the chart elements. So I don't want the axes, and I don't want the chart title, I don't want the grid lines or the legend. We're removing almost everything. And finally, there's a grey border on this chart. So to get rid of that, I'll go to border and no line. And now I have my funnel chart looking the way that I want it. And this is dynamic. So if I were to change emails to 51% or calls to 24%, the chart would update to match it. Okay, so in this video, I have shown you how to make a funnel chart in Excel, and that is everything.